up, you guys? The Curious Owl here, and today I have my quarterly unhaul for the last quarter of 2023. So, most of the books that are on this list are books that were on my self-destruct TBR for the year 2023, and I did not get to the books. So, let's just start with those ones. First, I have The Time of Green Magic by Hilary McKay. Next, I have They Wish They Were Us by Jessica Goodman. The Hazelwood by Melissa Albert. Six Anonymous by Katie Henry. All Rights Reserved by Gregory Scott Katsoulis. The House in the Cerulean Sea by TJ Klune. This one, I also am a little sad to let go of because I have heard some good things about it, but I just don't have any interest toward it anymore. And I've only read one other TJ Klune book, and I really didn't like it, and so I'm kind of nervous to go back to his work. So if I do end up picking this one back up, it will likely be a library copy so that I don't end up repurchasing the book. Now, next is one that I got as a Christmas present, technically, but I found out that I actually had the ebook version of this. And this was part of a little, like, package deal where you got 3 mystery books from this company. And so I didn't know what I was going to be getting until literally Christmas Day when I opened this up with my mom and my sister. But it is Over the Woodward Wall by A. Deborah Baker. This is the story that is involved in, I believe, Middle Game. The next book that I want to get rid of is mostly because I got a different edition of it that I like a lot more, and it is Fourth Wing by Rebecca Yarros. This is like a standard copy of it, but I have the really pretty red cover that came out when Iron Flame came out, and it was the holiday edition, so I just don't need 2 copies of this. Is The Kill Jar by J. Reuben Appelman. I read this back in October, and it was fine. It was not necessarily my favorite nonfiction. This is basically about Detroit's most notorious and still unsolved serial murder case, where essentially a person kidnapped and killed 4 children, and it's still really unsolved to this day. There's been a lot of theories about who has done it, but no one's been conclusively determined to be the actual serial killer. It's just not written in a way that was appealing to me. It's focused a lot more on Jay's basic life during the time he was researching this and doing a lot of the digging around on the case kind of thing. It just dealt way too much with his life, and all I wanted to know was the, specifics of the case and how things were developed, so on and so forth. So just wasn't my cup of tea. Definitely don't think I'm going to read it again, so just time to let go of it. And the final book that I have for this unhaul is a collection of stories that is edited by George R.R. Martin and Gardner Dozois, which is Dangerous Women. I just don't think I'm ever going to get to this. There's a lot of authors on here I recognize, like Jim Butcher, Diana Gabaldon, Lev Grossman, Brandon Sanderson, Joe Abercrombie. It would be cool to, I think, read through this, but I just don't think I'm ever going to get to it. And I don't read a lot of short story collections anymore unless it's for a very specific purpose. And I just don't think I'm going to get to this one. So I just might as well get rid of it. But without further ado, those are all the books I am going to be unhauling finally for the last part of 2023. This was a pretty decent stack. I'm actually surprised I had a lot like this, considering I think in quarter 3 I didn't really have very many books, if at all, to unhaul. So I'm happy that in quarter 4 I was able to definitely get through some of this and find books that I definitely just don't want. Definitely, like I said, though, the bulk of it is the books that were on my self-destruct TBR for the year, and these were the ones I just didn't get to, didn't find time for, so they're just gonna have to go. Now, I will be doing this again also next year in 2024, where every quarter I'll go through an unhaul, just because I think that worked really well for me to bulk up over 3 months kind of books that I've read and don't really want to read anymore or get rid of or something like that. That worked really well for me this past year. So I think that's something I'm going to continue doing in the future. So I hope you guys like these videos. If not, that's okay. I'm still going to put them out just because I like to look for memories purposes, whether I've unhauled something or something to that effect. But yeah, so anyway, thank you guys so much for joining me in this video. If you guys did enjoy it, please do give it a big thumbs up. And if you haven't already and you'd like to be and would like to see more content like this, go ahead and hit that button down below and subscribe to become an owlet in our flock. And I will see all of you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.